We are going live here. I hopefully everybody can hear me, but I have Antonio on here, as you can see, and he is with PTI.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, morning. Go ahead, Antonio. Why don't you tell a little bit about what you guys do and how it's been cool for us because you guys are so close to us.
Yeah, absolutely. PTI is actually stands for Portland Tractor, based out of Southern Washington, there just outside of Portland. We've been in business since 1976, supplying cat parts to companies like Todd Hoffman there and Hoffman Gold. So that's how Todd and I got connected. But Portland Tractor would be one of the, if not the largest Caterpillar parts supplier outside of the Caterpillar.
Like how big, because I went over to your factory and you guys are big and you're also adding some stuff. You've done a little bit of arranging. But I saw like a bunch of big cats in there. Like I saw some loaders, some dozers. And so what do you guys do? Do you guys like take the whole like an old cat and then you pull it apart, take the components that you think you can resell, or do you refurbish everything on there, or do you just do certain pieces?
Yeah, so we would take equipment in, and you said old. Some of it is current. So, for example, I'll just give you an example here. We just took a package in outside of northern Canada. It's a mining package, so there's some 374 cat excavators, which that's a big excavator, and some 637 graders. So we take that package in. We'll take a piece of equipment apart. We'll take the powertrain components off of it. Those will get inspected and brought over to our shop. We've got 14 technicians on the ground in Portland. They're going to refurbish those powertrain components and test them. We've got a dyno in-house that we can test things like engines and transmissions and final drives, that type of thing. And then the hard parts are going to get refinished. So they're going to get sandblasted, inspected. If they need to get rewelded, they will. And then finally they'll get a paint job, and they'll show up looking like new.
So what? So let's talk about this D10N build. Like I call you and I'm like, oh crap, this is not good. It looks like we're gonna have to rebuild, basically what they call an in-frame. Can you explain?
Well, hold on, just for people. So when Todd calls, it's always machine down. It's probably Saturday afternoon. I actually think I was sitting on my tractor in my backyard when he called me, and we've got a D10 down in the cut.
What's your problem, dude? What is your problem with that? You should be ready to go. Like Todd calls, oh gosh, you know that's how I feel like, right? Because I'm panicking, right?
Yeah. So we're glad we were able to help you out with that. It sounded like you guys were doing a full in-frame.
So what we did is we got James, your guy.
Yeah.
He's on it. He's trying to find parts. There's another guy named Brian Cunningham at Cunningham Equipment. And then I have another consultant down in Texas, Wes. So like it seems like everybody together, sometimes it takes a village, so to speak. Like, because you guys had a oil pump rebuilt already on the shelf. You had, but we had heads. We couldn't find the heads. We eventually found heads for them. You guys had a whole bunch of stuff. We had to pick and choose. But the expertise is what we need, because we're flying everything in by helicopter, right? So it's kind it's kind of scary. It can be a little bit of a nightmare. So anyways, I'm going to attempt to cut over to your Instagram, and it looks like you got some reels up there that maybe
Yeah, I mean, we're fairly new to social here, but we're doing our best, and there's some good stuff on there. There's a couple of videos on there that would showcase our facility and what we do. Uh, on our website as well, there's a video of our facility. It's a 10-acre facility, 60,000 square feet of warehouse space, over 100,000 items on our shelf. Like I said, it's packed to the gills there. There's a video right there, Todd, a couple in the middle of your frame
Here.
right now. The next one up.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah, that would be, that's out of our shop there. That's showcasing. So that's a transmission that just got rebuilt there, hooked up to our dyno,
Oh wow.
testing it before it goes out. Customers would get a full inspection for any rebuilt transmission that they
So
get from
that's
us.
how you guys do it. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so then you can take, is this how you feel like, hey, we could take a used transmission if we know that it's got life left in it?
Yeah, I mean, we'd prefer to rebuild it, but anything we sell good used is going to get an inspection. We wouldn't sell anything that we didn't feel confident in.
That's pretty cool because usually we just, with components, it's kind of a crapshoot for us guys out here. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to buy a used part that's going to fail. You already have a used part that's failed, right? Like
Yeah,
in
right.
case of your engine there for your D10.
Mhm.
So we need to make sure it's going to work before we sell it.
Right. All right. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you coming on. And we have all the parts. It looks like everything's on the way. The heads are going to come up there. They weigh almost for a full load for the helicopter. So you're looking at about, I think we can haul, what is it, 900 pounds. And I think the heads and the parts, the last set of parts are about 800 pounds, maybe close to 900. Anyways, but I do appreciate it, and thank you for coming on. Anything else you think people would want to know about PTI Portland? It's Portland Tractor, and they are actually in Vancouver. Don't think about the name Portland, think PTI, because you guys ship a lot more parts around the US than you actually ship around here.
Absolutely. We do have 3 locations now in Canada and the US, adding a 4th here in the next 2 weeks and potentially a 5th and a 6th within the next couple months.
Wow.
But don't let that stop you. We ship all over North America. And if we don't have it in our inventory, we've got a great supplier network. It's international. We can get good used, reman, OEM surplus. We just took in 500 surplus cylinders, OEM cat cylinders. That'll hit our website here in the next couple of
Jeez.
days. Yeah, so
Holy cow. What about Komatsu parts? Are you gonna delve into that a little bit, or?
we are. I can't talk about it on this episode here, but maybe the next time we get together, we've got something cooking that we're going to be able to support Komatsu mining equipment here
Wow.
relatively shortly. So
Well, that's
it's
pretty cool. That's
yeah,
pretty cool,
to
man.
be continued on that one.
So there's a lot of people on here that are from different places in the world. So can ship anywhere, huh?
We can. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on. And I will jump back on here in a bit. Thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day for me. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thanks for having me there, Todd.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks, Antonio. Appreciate it.
Take
Hey guys, anyways, I'm gonna try to pull in a couple other guys here. Maybe I can pull in Andy. Maybe I'm gonna try to pull in Andy. Um, if he if I can get him to come on here. But he might be able to broadcast in from the mine. So we're still up in this what's called the Seward Peninsula, and when you look at Nome, it's this kind of little area, and it's way north of Anchorage. So you go into Anchorage and you can fly Alaska and you fly into Nome, and then from Nome we're about 90 miles up into the interior. And in the interior, there's no trees, there's no, it's too far north. Something interesting that we ran into um, is we found a caribou antler down into the bedrock. Not, usually you have mud layer, and that's frozen mud. Okay. So a lot of people will tell you that there wasn't a great flood, but there really was a great flood. It's, they don't want to, admit that a lot of the things in the Bible are actually true. And so every animal that I've ever found, or parts of animals, they've all been found because of a tragic situation, which was a flood. So I found areas where you could tell that the valley had drained down to an area, and it became like the lowest part of the valley. And I found jumbled pieces of animals. So like I would find Thurber found a bison skull, and it was like tied into, like sitting next to a woolly mammoth toe bone, next to maybe a little pile of Yukon horse leg bones, and those. So there used to be a little tiny horse, Yukon horse, which is like a really short little horse up there too. And so you have all of these different animals, and there's something that, like a camel looking thing too, and you'd find all these bones together, that when the valley was draining and the great flood was draining, was starting to evaporate and come down, you could tell that this was the kind of the low drain point, the lowest mud hole of all the dead animals that had kind of conglomerated. And then of course you had, the great freezing. So, anyways, and then so you find all those frozen in there. So normally you got, say, 12 to 15 feet. So you got tundra, then you have 12, or on our mine is 12 to 15 feet of frozen mud. And usually towards the bottom of that frozen mud, before you get into the pay gravels, usually that lowest part is where you get your mammoth tusks and your things of that nature. Um, so I have a 9 foot mammoth tusk. Anyway, so then you got your tundra, you got your frozen mud, and then you have your gravels, your pay gravels. Now, in the Yukon on Indian River, if you guys saw me mine there, the pay dirt was only 2 or 3. So that one year that I was going against Parker, I actually had drill holes at 4,500 ounces. I was going to trounce Parker that year. Now, that cut only provided 3,030, I think, is my total, which today's, we dug up today's time it'd be about $5 million. But so the pay gravels where I'm at now aren't 2 or 3 feet, they're like 7 feet. We found out they're 7 feet deep, and it's good here at the top of them, and it's really concentrated. I don't know what's down here towards the bottom, but I got a feeling, if as we film this year, as if everything goes well, you're going to get to see what is at the bottom of that 7 feet. So Andy was digging a ditch down, and he went through the 7 feet, and he got into bedrock, which is a decomposed clay material. Down in the bedrock, he hits a caribou antler. So that animal was put way down in there, and that had to be a catastrophic flood, because the gravels I'm mining, those are gravels that are made from ocean. There was an ocean on top of this thing. So there's a lot of there's a ton of evidence about the reality of the Bible and the truth that's in the scriptures. And as modern day people, we do not want to believe that. We want to try to think that we are the end all of everything and that you're an idiot if you believe in God. And that's just not the truth. And so at the end of the day, guys, we're going to stand for God and all this type of stuff. But what I'm seeing, and that is real evidence, is there was a huge flood. Every single time we find an animal, it was because of something drastic, and it was had to do with water. I found seashells at the top of mountains in Nevada. Okay, all right, so you can try to talk your way out of that one, but I personally picked a seashell that was out of a rock in Nevada, and just so it's pretty cool. I've been getting a lot of requests and things, obviously, to sing. I am on I think it's the 4th. We're in the Walla Walla Music Fest, and people say like, "How are you singing?" and why aren't you mining? So I have a team up there, and because of the snow, it's they can't even open the road. So there's no way to get anybody in there. You can't get any logistics, camera crew. You can't get anything in there right now. It was a very cold April. So our team's been in there. We have ground stripped, and we have proven a lot of cool stuff this year on this cut. Now we're going to have to do a lot of exploring, and there's going to be a lot of interesting things that I want you guys to see. And hopefully that Discovery and I get everything figured out, and we can start filming and try to do a season 3. But that's not up to me. That is in a Discovery Channel situation. I'm mining no matter what. And I am super thankful just to have the team that I have. I mean, this year, our team is it's unbelievable. And I don't know. I'm just really thankful watching everything. I'm trying to slow down. This time of the year is actually really stressful for me because I'm paying bills, and I'm like, trying to hire people and trying not to go broke, because placer mining's tough, right? It's not an easy game, especially when you're like at our level. We're not like big and we're not tiny, right? But we are out there doing it. So it's been a real blessing. I'm trying to slow down and just kind of absorb everything. That's why I'm booking concerts and things like that, because if I'm not going to be up mining right now, I might as well do, bucket list stuff. And one of the things is I always wanted to be in a band, even tried to be in one when I was in high school. And so like, I just love music, man. And I'm very happy to be in a band with a group of guys that understand that, that I am new at this, and that I am learning. And so they've been real patient with me and give me advice, like, hey, stop doing that. It's annoying. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But the Walla Walla Music Fest called, and we are in it. So we will be there, and I think we made like the last time slot, which is like a Sunday afternoon, but we are in, man. So we are in. Anyways, I love you guys, and I'm gonna see if I can punch Andy in here. We don't know if I can pull it off here, but I think I can. I'm gonna invite him. Anybody else want to get on here too? I might be able to pull you in once I figure out how to do it here. So I'm going to send Andy a request. Paste. I am going to paste him this. Sorry guys. That's what happens when you're Not very good at this stuff. I'm going to send this to him. And did an interview the other day with the silver guys, and the more I think of it, the more I worry that I'm actually worrying myself on the economy. Like right now, you're going to see gold kind of take a dump, and you know, I'm going to see if Andy will come on here. I'm going to pull him up from the mine. We're on a Starlink up there. I'm going to try to. I'm going to pull him in, and I want to get an update on what's going on up there. Andy brought his wife in there, so he's pretty bold. There's barely any. There's hardly any. So what I did is I put in flushing toilets, and I tried to make the camp a little bit nicer. It's kind of kind of nasty up there. Really, it's not like you would think. It's not like pretty plush, and we don't have huge budgets. And so Andy Wilson, UK, man, and looking for the new season. Now, guys, what I heard from Discovery Channel is that June, they're going to have a date here in a minute for us in June. And we're going to be able to start promoting that. They did. There is some some exciting things with Discovery Channel. They're going to relaunch some new things. I don't know when or what, but they wanted us to be a part of that. So that was kind of cool to be a part of that. Andy's going to try to log on. If not, then I'm going to let you guys go. But the thing is that normally we come on right after Gold Rush, right? And that's would be my preferred spot. But you know what? I don't have any control over that. So we're going to be in June, and you're going to see. I personally think what you're going to see is the best show on Discovery Channel. So if we can actually spread the word and get our ratings to that point, then that would be pretty cool. Kind of a cool thing to do. So I would love to be back on the top of the network. And gold mining TV is exciting. I mean, it can be actually really exciting and kind of a downer too. So it kind of up and down. So Todd, do you keep in touch with the guys from Gold Rush? Freddie Dodge, I talked to him the other day. I've talked to Fred Lewis, just kind of getting to know him a little bit. I did call, Dakota Fred, and told him that, hey man, we're pulling for you. He's got, as you know, he's got like a brain cancer, and that's just a horrible thing. So not fun. But I've always been friends with Dakota Fred, even though people think that I'm not. I am. I don't talk to Parker. If I see Tony, I love I love to chat with Tony when he gets a chance. I think everybody should at some point. I've been trying to work out in my pool. As you can see, my beard turned blue or white or green. It's kind of green, so I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. My daughter seems to think I should maybe dye it, but there's my dog over there. Dawson, he's getting kind of old. So, but so am I. There you go. Forrest said he lost many friends from brain cancer, and it's a beast. It doesn't relinquish control. And I got another friend that's actually young, my age, and he's got brain cancer too. So, man, I don't know. That's the scary part of it, Getting older like this, man. So let's see what Andy's saw. Maybe I can just pull him in on this. You guys see? Maybe he'll answer. We gotta. Andy's changed his phone number so many times. I have to put it under Andy Spink's latest.
There?
Are you there?
I'm here.
I'm live, man. So don't. Oh my gosh! Look at your beard.
I know.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we'll shave when you guys get here.
Is that you, Andy?
Eat under here.
Dude,
How we doing today?
you're looking, man. Hey, tell me what's going on, dude, at the mine. Maybe you can just update people. You couldn't click on that link, huh?
Wouldn't let me. It said I can't get streaming for some reason. I don't know.
No kidding.
It kept trying. Wouldn't do it.
No way, huh? Must take too much. So what's the latest at the mine? Tell us where you're at.
So we just went down and I got the float set on the cut and we're sucking water out of it. I've got about 6 feet of pay exposed. It's all nice, beautiful gravel. Water's running out. It's about it got to 40 yesterday. It's been our warmest day. Things are really melting. It's about 33 degrees down, clear and sunny. Tater and Dakota are laying under the D10 right now, working on the lower end of the motor. We got parts flown in yesterday. Tater's got a few things that are missing, of course, and but they're working on that, and I'm waiting for a dozer. So we have nothing that works right now. We've got a few water management things I'm trying to work on, but all in all, things are melting, and I just wish I was stripping more.
Yeah, me too. But you know what? It's like what we've been saying, is like it's kind of this season's like all in God's timing. It's not really up to us right now, and I don't know. We've just had to rely on the Lord because we would be so far ahead right now. We would be so far ahead. But you know what? We have this old dozer and a dream, and it's not living up to our dream. So what we're gonna do is fix it, and then we're gonna keep stripping, and then hopefully next year we can get something bigger, huh?
Well, and I guess be thankful that we got done what we got done when we got it done, because if we would have waited and done this in June, it would have really messed us up because we wouldn't have had. We're gonna probably kill a month of stripping all in all when it's all said and done. That if we would have started it in June, it would have been, we never would have got anything done. So I guess just be thankful for what it is that we've gotten done.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to get it again. So we got a nice big platform to work off of, nice big area that's all gravel that I probably use trucks and the dozer together. I think we can make up for a lot of lost time.
Yeah. All right, dude. I thank you for your work and I appreciate you. And as soon as I can get you some help and get in there, when do you think the road realistically will get opened up?
The road, so yesterday they said it was out to 40 miles. So we've got 40 miles to go, but so the last 40 they say it goes the fastest. So Shane, we talked to Shane in town, and he's still thinking the first week of June it should be open. So it's really melting fast. I mean, the creeks have come. They came up 3 feet yesterday. So there's a lot of snow. It'll melt up after it warms up, but it's supposed to get 50, I think, next week.
How all of our culverts kind of holding out so far?
Yeah, early when I first got here, I went and dug out the front of all the culverts and punched through all the ice, so they're exposed and they're all working good. So we shouldn't have any problems there. We still got about up Doll Creek. We still got drifts that are about 25 feet deep.
Holy cow!
but the creek's running good, and the water's going where it's supposed to. So right now we're good.
Okay. All right, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. And I'll get a hold of you soon. Anyways, I'm going to sign off, guys. Love you. And I'll just keep giving you little updates here and there as things transpire. Once we get that dozer up and running, we're going to be stripping again. We got here early, but we lost our momentum because of that dang dozer. But you know what? Sometimes things are just out. Sometimes things are just out of our control. Love you and blessings to you guys. Take care.